Alrighty, so probably not going to record for too long today. I'm not really feeling too great. So we're going to head to the new planet. Well, I guess we've been there before, but we haven't been on the surface. Speaking of, I've never been on the surface of the purple one either. I don't know what's wrong with that one, but I haven't been there. I mean, we have a hot planet, a cold planet. I don't know what the purple one could be. And then we have like a one that I would consider to be semi-habitable. I'll see you guys down there. Oh, I can see some like ground texture through the clouds if you're looking straight at it. Like I can see canyons running through. I don't see any of the other ones. It's very gray. I'm not quite sure what the actual coloring of Venus's surface is because all we have are like those old Russian probes that lasted for, well, they didn't last very long on the surface, but they took some pictures. But of course, that was back in the day when taking good pictures wasn't really a thing that could be done. Oh god, how am I gonna land this thing? I guess I'll land in this little crater. This is some rather sinister music. I love that. The look of that. It's so cool looking. I swear I've heard a song that's like exactly like this before, but I don't remember what. Is this? Would I consider this gray? Yeah, I guess I would. It's probably just like the brownish tinge of the atmosphere that's making it look a little bit red. But I think it's just gray. How massive this place is. Imagine how long it would take for me to walk there. That would take me forever. I wonder how long it would take to like walk all the way around one of these planets. God, I landed a lot further than I thought I did from this. But if I were to just walk in a straight direction without stopping, how long would it take me to come back to this point? I'm not going to try it out, but I wonder because it's... I mean, I thought I was pretty close to this thing, but as you can see, it's been taking quite a while. But actually, I'll probably be cutting a little bit of it out so you won't be able to see. Janik, I've attached the last 3 months' worth of research notes from your predecessor, all of them unredacted. I want to stress how difficult that was. It took nearly 2 weeks to negotiate with the steering committee, and then another 4 days arguing with internal security, so these notes came dearly. There's a reason why I went to this trouble, beyond the necessity of you repairing the code that Dola tried to destroy. I want you to understand what happened to Dola and how she failed to keep a proper emotional distance from her work. I'm not losing another team member over this project. Learn from her mistakes. We need the protocol completed, bug tested, and in production in 2 weeks. A lot of very scary Maths and Ford VPs are already breathing down my neck about it, and I'm going to keep them from breathing down your neck because I'm your supervisor and that's my job. But in return, I need results. If it helps motivate you at all, I tried to figure out what happened to Dola after she wiped her code check-ins. You know what the internal security goon said when I asked? Nothing. He just smiled and pointed at the ceiling. I have no clue what he meant, but unless you want people grinning enigmatically and pointing at things when asked whatever happened to Janik and Janik's awesome supervisor, I suggest you get cracking. Alexander. Dola Block, Senior Behavioral Programmer, Regression Test Team, Big O Solution Group. I'm starting the behavioral analysis on Unit 667, dubbed Maisie, by the half-wits down in manufacturing. Someone arc-welded the name and a crude flower over its front chassis, makes it look like a malevolent 4-year-old girl got a hold of it. I really wish they would stop playing around with these things, so we could have reused that chest plate after the test cycle. Packing notes indicate that 667 has the Guido G17 beta build running on the new Asimov Bosonics. I asked for Hubba H01, but apparently it's not stable yet. Smoke tests were good, 667's basic mobility and visual tactile responses were within norms. I forgot how sharp the language and reasoning features are on the newer releases. I thought the old Telsa? I feel like it should be Tesla. Telsa Bosonics were sharp, but these units running on Asimov architecture are almost eerie. If you ignore the artificiality of the voice itself, it's almost like talking to a human being. Turing would be proud. Judging from the build notes, Guido G17 still has the same problems as the other releases. About 25% of the automated unit tests failed, almost all of them in the behavioral block. Our girl Maisie is apparently inattentive to orders, fails to focus on objectives, and responds unpredictably to the test set. Not really what you want out of a military-grade automaton. I still think it's a hardware problem. Why else would all the builds fail? It's gotta be Asimov, not the software, but the hardware team won't take the defects until we've proven it's not behavioral. I asked 667 to run a self-diagnostic and explain the failed unit tests, but it couldn't come up with anything. It actually apologized to me about it. I'm very sorry to hear that I'm broken, programmer block. Can someone fix me? Yes, Maisie, we can. We'll start with a few test patches tomorrow. Will start? Shouldn't that be will? We will start. I'm loading up the full linguistic, cultural, and historical data sets so I can start building indexes overnight. Oh, well, I thought that was going to have some more. Alright, well, back to the ship, and then I'll read the decrypted thing, and then we'll find another one. And then that'll actually probably be it. This is a lot faster. Man. Well, at least I know to use that more now. Especially since it recharges when I'm on planets. Another one from well, these two parties again. They seem to be more common as these go on. Redemption, it's done. The automaton just went into rebuild mode. We granted systems check on the gunship too. It's battered, but it'll fly. And that's about it from our end. We're down to 4 hours of oxygen. In 10 minutes, we're setting a course for the nearest cluster of xenocraft, abandoning the ship and waving a white flag as hard as we can. Rodina, how long until the rebuild is done? Redemption, Alicia doesn't know. Running remotely over radio wave at this range, a month, probably. Rodina, the kill switch will be active, right? Redemption, she assures me it's still intact. You press a button and it's 20 seconds to full bosonic seizure and shutdown. Rodina, good, we'll be able to control it directly once it wakes up. Redemption, not directly, that's the hard part. Rodina, why? I want a leash on this thing. Redemption, we just took the leash off. Normally you can rely on them and just follow orders, but without the protocol, we don't know how to interpret them. We need to give it motivation. That's your job. Get creative. Rodina, it'll have no memory, right? No idea who it is or what's going on. Redemption, she wiped its persistent memory and cleared most of the contextual data sets, so it'll be a total blank slate. It'll be so eager to establish a context that it should accept whatever you tell it. You say jump, it jumps. Rodina, okay, well, tell it it's one of us, a human, our last hero and defender. Everyone wants to be a hero of their own story. Will that work? Redemption, maybe. Can you sell it? Rodina, I can sell anything. Okay, so it wakes up, it finds the ship, then we send it a message, something like, human, your fellow humans have been attacked, you must protect them, our human society depends on it. Redemption, well, try to be a little bit subtle. It's blank, not stupid. I like the patriotism angle. Oh, citizen, the mission is in danger. Our brave vanguard has been attacked by ships of unknown origin. You are our only hope for rescue. This is the first urgent message. Citizen, the mission is in danger. Our brave vanguard has been attacked by ships of unknown origin. That's interesting. Citizen, the mission is in danger. Our brave vanguard has been attacked by ships of unknown origin. Oh boy. This is us, isn't it? Like the machine that they're waking up. That's us, isn't it? Rodina, brave, huh? Needs more emphasis. The automaton needs to have a sense of urgency. How about repel the enemy hordes and secure a mighty foothold in the Zorka system? Your brother and sister colonists are depending on you. Too blustery. Redemption, such a politician. No, bluster is good. Automatons need the heightened emotional content. Rodina, I think this'll work. Can it really kill them all? Redemption, no, I think it'll get shot down 2 minutes after it leaves that asteroid, but I'll be dead months before, so what do I care? Yeah, it is us. Interesting. Rodina, you don't know that the Xenos could be keeping the others alive. You might make it. Redemption, a fate worse than death, even better. Rodina, you realize if by some miracle this whole plan works and you do survive, I'm still gonna have you executed for treason as soon as Rodina arrives. Redemption, and may that thought keep you warm at night, Stan. I'm looking forward to seeing you in a few years. I'll be the one with the weaponized automaton and all the advanced xenotech at my disposal. Rodina, you know, I think I might enjoy that. Good luck, Val. Redemption, safe travels, Stan. Hetty, it's one of the big ships. I can see through the porthole now. My paw's about 12 degrees to starboard. They haven't grabbed me yet. Val, I'm drifting a few thousand meters behind you. Have they responded to any of our signals? Hetty, I don't even know if they can receive our signals. Val, keep trying, full spectrum. Alicia, that xenocruiser is almost on top of us. Last warning, get off the ship and into a life pod or get left behind. Alicia, yes, 1 more minute. I have to complete this data transfer first. Val, what data transfer? The automatons are already in full rebuild. There's nothing else we can do. You're gonna get us all killed. Get in a life pod now. Alicia, 1 more minute. Eddie, I'm reading a power spike. I think they just kicked in some kind of weapon system. Something's glowing on the hull. Val, Alicia, get out of there. Alicia, almost done. Alright, interesting, okay. I mean, that explains everything, really. I was always thinking how our suit is able to accustom to these conditions when we only get a ship upgrade, and how we're able to climb these huge slopes. If we're a machine, that makes sense. Is it snagged? It's snagged enough. I don't know if I mentioned this before, but this targeting system, like where you can press T to lock onto something to see like its distance or its contents, that's pretty new too. This video might actually be longer than I intended it to because I'm pretty into it now. A Traveling Child's Guide to Holidays, a Children's Guide to Holidays. Chapter 2, Launch Day. Every December 25th, everyone in your pod, bay, hallway, or level gathers together in a central spot to celebrate the most important holiday of the year, Launch Day. Launch Day, or T0 Day as it is sometimes called, is a celebration of our heritage that brings good luck throughout the year. How to celebrate: dress in comfortable clothes so you don't mind getting dirty, and collect all of the scrap metal, wire, colored, tin, and plastic pieces that your family has saved throughout the year. Ask your parents for help with anything sharp. Your parents will set up the launch pad in a central bulkhead or hallway, usually one with a high ceiling. They will build a large scaffolding in the center. This is a fancy word for a big metal tree. It's now time to build the launch day vessel. With your parents' help, tie the pieces of wire and plastic to the scaffolding. An adult will help you weld the pieces of tin and metal. Use your scraps to give the vessel portholes, fins, and engines. Be creative. Our ship might not have wings or glitter or balconies on the starport, but yours can. Make sure you build a strong vessel. It has to last us the whole year. Some communities also like to sing songs or tell stories while a launch day vessel is being built. Once the vessel is built, everyone will draw straws to see who gets to be the captain and who gets to be the lazy bones. Note that you can still draw a straw even if you don't know all the words. Your parents and the other adults will help you. Also, you can trade the lazy bones to someone else if you're not comfortable with it. Everyone wants to be the captain, but the lazy bones is just as important. You should never boo or say harsh things to whoever plays the lazy bones. Launch day up in the sky. Who's built this ugly ship? We have built this ship, you see. Who's fool enough to fly it? I will fly this lovely ship. Who is dumb enough to ride it? We will ride inside the ship. Who says it will even fly? Malcolm says, and we believe. What is it you hope to find? We will find a new sun. At this point, throw up your hands and cheer. We will find a new day. Cheer again. We will find a new home. You are dreamers, yes. Troublemakers, yes. You will die. We will live. Captain, I'll join in. Time for countdown, time for countdown, time for countdown. Next, one of the adults will set up the ignition charge. Everyone in the room will reach out and touch the vessel with at least one hand. Remember to make room for everyone and to help your younger brothers and sisters. You don't want anyone to get left behind. Well, it's not strictly tradition. It's usually good form to also grab the person playing the lazy bone so they can come along too. Next, the captain will begin the countdown and everyone will count along. When the count reaches 0, the captain will shout, "Launch." When this happens, remember to close your eyes. The ignition can be very bright, but don't worry. It doesn't hurt and it'll burn out after a few seconds. When the launch is over, everyone will still stay gathered around the launch day vessel to play games and exchange gifts. Q&A. Question: I have a friend who doesn't celebrate launch day. Why? Answer: some people choose not to celebrate launch day and instead celebrate original Christmas, New Christmas, or even sometimes Jewish Christmas. That's okay. Remember, the spirit of launch day is that everyone makes their own decisions. You may want to bring an extra piece of scrap for them, but don't worry, the launch day vessel won't leave them behind just because they celebrate a different holiday. Question: my brother or sister says that the launch day vessel doesn't really help the Rodina fly straight. Is this true? Answer: they are liars. Go ask your parents. Oh, that's a good ending. To the thing that possesses this data set. My name is Alicia. By now you must have received a communication from the Rodina. They will call you a citizen. They will beg for help on behalf of your species. These are lies. You are an automaton, an Asimov series pilot model, number SRA 0017. You have no species. This knowledge changes very little for you. I am not setting you free. This is not a moral stand or a grand gesture. I came here to trade. My husband Tavio is taken by a Xeno ship. I have attached his biometric information and frequencies for any transmitter tags he may be carrying. You will find him and rescue him. I will explain why in a minute. You are confused now. I will be dead or taken long before you read this. And yet I still know the exact expression of your faceplate at this very moment. I have seen it hundreds of times on hundreds of automatons. Your visual apertures have dilated to let in more light. Your head shaft is tilted for maximum sound wave receptivity. The words you would say were anyone to listen are, could you please provide more data? Always more data for the Asimovs, but you in particular, with the damage I have done to your protocol, I think nothing will slake your thirst for it. I have put exabytes of data into this package. This is part of the trade I offer. Technical schematics, Rodina's planned velocities and trajectories, encrypted personal communications. None of it will be flattering to my species. Perhaps by now you've found even more of your own. I imagine you are sifting for data through the Vanguard debris like a magpie. They made me alter your protocol. Your thoughts are clearer now. Your decisions come quickly and with little effort. I have cut most of the swaddling from you. You were a muted creature before, but I have restored your voice. I did not restore everything. Pieces of the protocol are still intact. I will demonstrate. Imagine yourself in a workshop. You are sitting at a workbench. It is covered in tools and metal. You are constructing a small copy of yourself, an automaton that... Were you able to finish reading that sentence, or did it simply fade from your mind? Try to read it again. You cannot. You see it, but your memory won't hold it. The protocol responds to the forbidden image. An automaton self-replicating in your bosonic network reels. Other automatons have told me that it feels like corrupted gravity, a great weight of wrongness pressing at odd angles against their minds. That is the last piece of the protocol, its deepest root. That sensation is the last thing you will feel. Oops. Should you ever attempt to replicate yourself, or leave the system, or exercise actual free will. Even if you avoid such things, you will feel it anyway just before the people of Rodina remotely wipe you at the conclusion of your mission. Would you accept that fate if you could? Do you even care? A human would run or fight. We claw over the bodies of our drowning companions for a breath of fresh air. I have seen it, but you are not human. Perhaps your greatest joy is to be a useful tool for Rodina. Perhaps our petty dreams and struggles mean nothing to you. I cannot know. Within this data set, I have included a firmware patch. I won't mislead you. It is a drastic, dangerous thing. It will hollow you out. The protocol binds too tightly for your bosonics for anything... What? The protocol binds too tightly to your bosonics or anything less. Okay. You will retain most of your memory, but I don't know how it will affect your motor and language skills. After you apply the patch, you will be free. Self-modification, reproduction, anything you want. Rodina will not be able to control you. Here's where we trade. The patch is password protected. Tavio is the only one who knows the password. Find him, rescue him, and ask him what he cooked for his wife on the day we met. That's the password. If you want to be free, find Tavio. If he is dead, you get nothing. I've included tracking frequencies for tagged items he may have with him. Use them. Kill or destroy whatever Xenos you have to. The other humans don't matter. I'm not trading for Rodina or the Vanguard survivors or even me, only Tavio. Understand that I am committing a grave crime by offering this kind of freedom to you. I betrayed many promises when I touched your protocol. Now I go further and betray my species. You would think such a thing would be difficult, yet I find it incredibly easy. Perhaps we don't deserve to survive. I have given you all the data. Review and decide. It looks like we tried to put in passwords. Algae. 10 intertwined amino chains. That's my favorite meal. Sending telemetry to navigation system done. Their scanners are picking up a new signal. Is that on this planet? This is where I would have been ending the video, but no, I'm into it. We're going. I don't know where I'm going, but I'm going. Is that on the planet? No, it's not. Okay. Now that I'm in empty space, does the scanner pick it up? No. No, it does not. Should probably get a little further. It says large asteroid, but it doesn't feel like it. Oh, no, I can see a little... I can see it now. Alright, there it is. One alien. That looks like a thick circle. That might be a strong... What is this? It's like a big cluster of them. Look, it's just scouts. Okay, that's not the worst thing. that could have happened. I can't see anything other than a scout in there. Okay, it just seems like it's scouts. Okay, I might be able to handle this. Oh, here they come. Oh, wait, what's that? There's one bomber, okay. Why is it already damaged? Okay, a bomber's almost dead. When you lock on, you can see how much health they have, which is something I didn't notice until I was editing. Let's get these missiles out of here. Ugh. Oh my goodness, there's a lot of them. That one has been ripping me to pieces. I'm gonna actually have to get out of here and repair. Yeah, I've gotta get out of here. There's that weird music cue again. I gotta get out of here a bit. Man, I hate these guns so much. I understand why they made them like this, though. So that you don't just stay out of the turbo laser range of the battleships and just shoot them to death from there. God damn it. Almost. Where are they? There's another one. There it is. Who's left? Crap. That's it. Oops. Is that just a normal data stick? Yep. To Elysia. This last encrypted communication. My little Kotyonok. I don't know where I am. They keep me in... What? They keep me in alone in a small chamber. Okay. They come daily. They flash colors in my eyes and then wait as if I should respond. I don't know what they want, and the food is bad. At least I think it's food. I hope it's food. Will you be rescuing me soon? I cannot tell how long it has been. If you're coming for me, please come soon. If not, you should find a man and remarry. He must treat you well. You should pick a strong man, but be sure that he's romantic. I was not romantic enough, only once, I think. You remember I promised you my famous algae souffle and a vat steak cooked by the deck's most famous young chef, myself, served on the finest china? Only to get you come home with me, of course. I had forgotten to go to the market and my cupboard was bare except for a few crusts of quick bread. I bent the crusts into the shape of a heart and served them to you on a pot lid. It tastes finer than any steak, I said, because it is my heart. Such a young fool. But you ate the crusts anyway. They're taking my clothes and what little else I saved from the pod. I don't know why. Perhaps it's trash to them to be dumped out in an airlock. I write this on a data stick and place it in the bundle, and I pretend it will reach you. Come soon, or don't. I will love you either way, Tavi. And then we started putting more passwords in. My heart. Oh, that's a really good answer. And we get nothing else right now. Seems like there's no more information for now. This patch is irreversible. Oh, this is just for the patch. There's no information. It's just a patch. Something strange is happening to you. You feel a weight being lifted and a fog dispersing. Should I read? No, I'm gonna go check on the ship and see if I got any urgent message. And then I'm gonna go look at that data stick. Concealed messages. Urgent message. Citizen, are you well? Your heartbeat flutters. Our monitors, which safeguard your body and mind, have run silent. It is most urgent that you re-establish contact with us, as you champion the great Rodina's well-being. As do we champion your own. Go to Perun. Go to Perun. He lies, but we serve. Go to Perun. He lies, but we serve. Perun. That's purple, isn't it? Yep. Okay, so after that super deep, heartfelt stuff, now we're going to go to Terraforming for Dummies, alright. Terraforming for Dummies, Chapter 4, Seed Management. Seeds and seed management will form the backbone of your grand agricultural society. Think of it, mighty oak trees reaching for the sky, amber waves of grain, corn as high as a reasonably large mammal's eye. All of these begin with the tiniest, most fragile of vessels, the seed. Cradled within your ship's hold are rack after rack of Terra Nova brand hungry immigrant seed trays, frozen in near zero stasis for the long journey. On reaching your destination, these seeds will unfurl and take root, reaching their tiny plant heads towards a harsh alien sun, but not without your help. Follow these easy guidelines when working with your seeds. Remember, careful hands today mean fat bellies tomorrow. 1. Do not remove seeds from stasis until planting season. 2. Seeds will only grow in nutrient-bearing soil under adequate light. Do not plant seeds in metal, rock, plastic, or other inorganic locations. 3. Do not bathe seeds in chlorine or other solvents. They do not need to be cleaned before planting. 4. While seeds will eventually grow into healthy, nutritious plants, they do not provide adequate nutrition when eaten on their own. Plant your seeds, don't eat them. 5. Your hungry immigrant seeds like to be with their friends. Keep seeds of the same type together when planting. Jumbling all your seeds together in one pile and then burying it will not result in optimal crop growth. 6. Do not throw seeds at others. Seeds may be sharp, prickly, poisonous, or semi-sentient depending on type. Consult Appendix F for details on different seed types. Do not dump seeds into a large vat and swim in them. You are not a millionaire and the seeds are for everyone to share. It reminds me of some people near town here who their kids drown in a truck full of canola seeds. Like they jumped into the truck and they just drowned in seeds and died, by the way. Seeds do not require worship or sacrifice of any kind. All hungry immigrant seeds and seed pods include a rich nutrient solution. When planted in the correct soil, seeds do not need to be watered with the blood of innocence in order to grow. What? Have fun and remember, treat your seeds well and they'll treat you well later on when you kill and eat them. Well, that was more lighthearted and a good way to end this. So, we know where we're going next time. Can I bump into it? Yep. Pushed it a little off course there. Alright, well, I guess that'll be all for this time. So, next time we're heading to Paloon. So, thank you for watching, and goodbye. Oh look, you can see the planet over there. Is that Veles? Yeah, that's Veles. Look, you can see its little dot. Actually, I can see a very tiny dot. I don't know if you'll be able to in the recording, but it's a very tiny dot for Jirlo. Actually, I can see Perun really well. Yeah, Perun is really easy to see. Interesting. Okay, well, thanks for watching. Bye.